See, one thing is the kind of passion that a mentor has, because mentoring is something that people should strongly feel convinced about, that it's going to help the entrepreneur. And there are a lot of people who, the second part that I'm talking about is just not the willingness, but also the time that they can spend, because mentor-mentee sessions can be quite numerous, and they should be, a mentor should be able to spend that much of time trying to understand the problem of an entrepreneur, be able to sort of act as a sounding board. And the third important thing that I believe a mentor should be is, he should be very honest and frank with his mentee. If a certain thing doesn't work, he should be frank enough to say that this is not going to work. Because quite often, just trying to be nice and, trying to help the mentee, they try to sort of soft pedal certain hard issues, which I think people should not. I think mentor-mentee relationship is going beyond a typical commercial deal. In fact, that's something that, I used to normally tell people, saying that if you're thinking of offering me something, I'm not interested, because the minute there's a transaction between two of us, the relationship will change. Then I would try to tell you things which may sound very good to you, and I might probably not give you the right kind of advice. So somewhere along the way, it's typically like the guru-sishya relationship, where guru can never say to please a student, he would, or a disciple, he will say something. I need to, whatever we are doing it for the sake of the entrepreneur. It's good for him. Certain times, we tell them that this is not a great idea. You may have to drop it and do something else. And even though it might be a pet idea of that particular entrepreneur and he is very fascinated by that idea, but we do tell them, saying that this is how we feel, and I think you ought to know about it. So sometimes breaking not only the good news but also the bad news, being frank and honest with your mentee, and in certain cases, if you don't know, referring to somebody else. I think these are things which I think very, very, because this is what actually creates the kind of bondage between mentor and mentee. So I think, broadly speaking, just to sort of give you the first one would be the willingness, and be willing to spend that much of time and commit yourself to that. It's not that you're doing it as a one-off session. It requires continuous interaction over a period of time. Maybe sometimes it may stretch as much as 6 months or 1 year or even beyond. And sometimes it even stretches to even a longer period of time. The second thing that I'm talking about is the fact that they need to have the competency and be able to guide the mentee properly. And the third important thing is hang a very honest relationship with the mentee. I think this is something that people normally try to sort of avoid, because they don't want to be too harsh. Somebody comes with an idea, and then not that we want to discourage, but at least we want to tell them that be aware of the risks that are involved. If you have covered your risks and you still feel that you're confident, please go ahead. But it is our responsibility to tell them, just like a parent tells a child that this is wrong. I think ultimately what the child does is their problem, but at least it is our responsibility to ensure that mentee gets the right message and the right advice, and after that what the mentee does is up to him. I think these are some of the things which we normally have to really practice if we want to be a good mentor.